Good morning, students. Myself Ritesh Kumar Rathore from Study Point Native College, Khairabad, Sitapur. In today's virtual class, we will proceed set number 1 2016. Set 1 2016. We have solved objective problems of this set, and in today's video we will solve very short questions. So first question of the set is, how much energy will be spent in 15 minutes in a 5 kilowatt electric heater? Means what is given? Question number 2, part first. Time is given, t equal to 15 minutes. Change this time into second. 15 multiplied by 60 seconds. How many seconds? 900 seconds. And power is given, P equal to 5 kilowatt. 5 kilowatt. Change this power into joule per second, means watt. 5 into 10 to the power 3 watt or joule per second. We have to find how much energy, means W equal to question mark. We will use the formula W is equal to P into T. Then we will get 5 into 10 to the power 3 multiplied by 900, means 4500 multiplied by 10 to the power 3. We can write 4.5 multiplied by 10 to the power 3 plus 3 means 6. So energy due to electric heater will be 4.5 into 10 to the power 6 joules. This is the answer. Note it, and we will reach further question. Next question is given that write Coulomb's law in vector form. For the force of attraction or repulsion between 2 point charges. First of all, we know that Coulomb's force is given by, in scalar form, is given by 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2 upon r square. We have to write the vector form of this equation. So let us consider two like charges, q1 and q2. This is first charge and this is second charge. The position vectors of these charges with respect to an origin O will be like this. You can see if position vector of first charge is denoted by OQ1, then this position vector is the first is of first charge and denoted by R1O. R1O, because this is the position vector of first charge with respect to origin, or simply we can write R1. And this position vector can be written as R2O or simply R2 in vector form. Now, this position vector, this is also position vector of Q2, means R2, but this is the position vector with respect to first charge, so we can write R21. Using triangle law of addition, we can write vector R1, this is vector R21, vector R1 plus vector R21 equals vector R2, and we can write vector R21 equals vector R2 minus vector R1. So here we can write vector R2 minus vector R1. Now, in another form, we can represent these charges as this is first charge Q1, second charge Q2, and this is position vector R21, and in the direction of this position vector R21 there will be a unit vector R21. Now we consider about the vector of force. Suppose that these charges are like charges, means product of these charges means Q1 and Q2 is greater than 0. Means to say that these are like charges, or both of the charges can be positive nature or negative nature. So what will be the direction of F1 due to second charge? Force on first charge due to second charge denoted by F12 away from the line joining the two charges, because these are like charges. And similarly, direction of F21 will be like this, F21. So by using this scalar form, we can write the value of F21. F21 equals 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q1, you see q1 q2 upon r21 square, r21 square. And if this is vector, then to denote the direction of this force vector F21, we will write R21 cap. You can see in this diagram R21 cap is the unit vector in the direction of vector of force F21. Similarly, we can write F12 equals 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2 upon r12 square r cap 12. But we also can write r12 equals minus r cap, r cap 12 equals r minus r cap 21. So we can write vector F12 equals 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2 upon r12 square. Using this relation, we can write minus r cap 21. Suppose that this is equation first and this is equation second. Compare these two equations. Compare these two equations. We can write F12 equals F21 equals minus F12. So we can say that vector form of Coulomb's law is another form of Newton's third law of motion, by which it states that for every action there is equal and opposite reaction. So this is the vector form of Coulomb's law. Note this question. Before starting next question, we will discuss about these equations. Equation first and equation, this is equation second. We can assume this equation as third and this equation second. So equation first and second also can be written as in another form. F12, vector F12 equal to, here we write here equation 1 can be written as F21, vector F21 equals 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2 upon r21 square in bracket r cap 21 can be written as r cap 21 vector r cap 21 upon mod of r cap vector r cap 21. So we can write vector F21 equals 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2 upon, you can write mod of vector R21 as R21, so R21 cube, it will be R21 cube, R21 cube, R21 vector. If R21 in scalar form R12 equal to R21 equal to this distance between two charges, suppose that R. So if these distances equals R, we can write F21 equals 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2 upon R cube, R21 vector R21. Similarly, we can write F12 equals 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2 upon R cube R12 vector R12. Here you have seen that q1 multiplied by q2 is greater than 0. So these are like charges, and forces F vector F21 and vector F12 F21 and F12 are force of repulsion. If q1 multiplied by q2 is less than 0, means this value is negative, so we will say that forces F12 or F21 will be attractive in nature, and this diagram will be converted as like this. For q1 q2 less than 0, F12 and F21, directions will be towards each other. Direction of forces will be towards each other. In the case if there are two unlike charges, one charge is positive and thus and second is negative. Now we will proceed. Question number C is write the expression for magnetic field intensity at a point on the axial position due to a magnetic dipole. Explain the meaning of the letters used. First of all, we will know about magnetic dipoles. You know that two poles of magnet, north and south, make a bar magnet, a horseshoe magnet, like etc. And line joining the two poles is called axis of this magnet. Suppose that this is midpoint of the magnet, and this is the point at which we have to write the expression of magnetic field due to this magnetic dipole. This is called magnetic dipole because in magnetic dipole there are two poles, north pole and south pole, and magnetic monopole is not possible, you know. So direction of magnetic moment, magnetic dipole moment at point P, expression of magnetic moment in scalar form, m equal to mu naught upon 4 pi to intensity of magnetic field due to this magnetic dipole, B equal to mu naught upon 4 pi 2m upon r cube. This formula is similar as electric field intensity due to electric dipole, which is vector E. In scalar form we can write E equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught 2 p upon r cube. This distance between the point P and the midpoint of this magnet is termed as R. One upon 4 pi is called electrostatic constant, and mu naught upon 4 pi is magnetic constant. Here P is electric dipole moment and M is magnetic dipole moment. You can write the meaning of these symbols. Mu naught, permeability of free space. R, distance. I have already told that R is the distance between the point P and midpoint of this magnet. Note this question and write the meaning of the symbols of this formula. Next question is given that two lenses of power here in next question number second part D, two lenses of powers 10 diopters, powers are given. P1 is equal to 10 diopter, P2 equals minus 10 diopter, are in contact. Find power, focal length and nature of lens combination. Power of lens combination means total power. P, the formula of combination of two lenses is P equal to P1 plus P2. So power of combination will be 10 minus 10 equals 0. Power will be 0. And focal length you know that this is diopter. So focal length, formula of focal length is equal to 1 upon p. If focal length is to be determined in meter and 100 upon p if focal length is to be determined in centimeter. So by using this formula we can write f equal to 1 upon 0 means or 1 upon 100 upon 0. It means f equal to f will be infinity. So focal length will be infinite. Second answer is infinite. Nature of lens combination, plane plate. It behaves like plane plate. It nature it will behave like plane plate. It will behave like plane plate. Next question. Next question. You have to purchase this unsolved paper HM or Agrawal to solve these problems properly. Next problem is the ratio of amplitudes of two waves having same frequency is 3:1. Means ratio of amplitudes A1 is to A2 is given that 3:1. Find the ratio of maximum and minimum intensities I1 and I maximum is to I minimum. We have to find this ratio. You know that I maximum is equal to constant A1 plus A2 whole of square and I minimum equals constant A1 difference A2 whole of square. Because of intensity of the wave is directly proportional to the square of amplitude. Taking constant of proportionality, we can write I equal to Ka square. By using this formula, we can write I maximum intensity, I maximum equal to K A1 plus A2 whole of square and I minimum K A1 minus A1 difference A2. If A2 is greater, then this difference will be a2 minus a1. If a1 is greater, then this difference will be a1 minus a2, square of this. So I maximum upon I minimum will be, constant will be cancel out to each other. So a1 plus a2 whole of square upon a1 difference a2 whole of square. Taking common a1, we can write a1 square in bracket 1 plus a2 upon a1 whole of square upon again a1 square in bracket 1 plus a2 up 1 difference, sorry, here this is difference, a1 difference, 1 difference a2 upon a1 whole of square. a1 square will be cancelled out, and I maximum upon I minimum equals, this implies that a1 is to a2 equals 3 is to 1. This implies that a1 upon a2 equals 3 upon 1, or a2 upon a1 equals 1 upon 3. So we will write 1 plus a2 upon a1 1 plus 3 whole of square upon 1 difference 1 upon 3 whole of square. We can write 4 square upon 3 square whole upon 2 square upon 3 square. 3 square will be cancelled out, and 4 square means 16 upon 2 square means 4 upon 1. So I maximum upon I minimum equals 4 upon 1. So this question mark, in place of this question mark we can write I maximum is to I minimum equals 4 is to 1, 4 ratio 1. This is our answer. Next question, how should frequency of carrier waves? This question is out of your syllabus due to COVID-19. So in next video we will proceed on section C of this set. Till then, keep watching. Thank you.